I think that Miss Paramel's desire to really encourage youth, her encouragement of Rainey is so beautiful. You know, she sees something really special in him, that he's just, you know, this brilliant child who unfortunately is being bullied because of his gifts. And I think, you know, she's kind of like the ultimate parent figure for him, you know, to step up to the plate and to really, you know, try to take charge and lead him on a path that's going to set him up for the rest of his life.
And I think Rhonda Kazembe is very relatable. At the very beginning, we are introduced to her and the kids think she's a kid. Yeah. And, you know, then she's with the adults and she can have conversations with them as well. One thing that I love about Rhonda Kazembe is that she is unapologetic about standing for the truth, whether it's going to have her risk everything, risk her having friends or community or not, like she will stand up for what is right, no matter what. And I find great inspiration and admiration for people like that. Well, I had mentioned that, not for my character per se, but being in cold weather is challenging for me. I'm African, okay? Like anything below a certain degree is too much for me. So it was a challenge for me to overcome, to be able to be like, you know what, I'm here doing this amazing show with amazing people, you know, and to brave that. Also, and Gia has mentioned as well, about just doing this in a pandemic, you know, there's something to be said about having the privilege to have the show still happen in the middle of a pandemic. It was that important for the production they believe that much in us to do this. So we did not take it lightly, and it's been an honor.
Yeah, I think as far as challenges for character, I think maybe this was my own personal challenge that I'm making a character challenge. But it was that I think the story is very much about outsiders and underdogs. And in the world that they've created, actually Miss Paramel is an outsider to all of the outsiders. Yeah. So I think I was very often just finding myself envious because I have kind of my own plot line that's going on. And I think I found myself envious of everyone else being able to hang out so much and just, you know, create this wonderful world and all the relationships. And I was always on the edge, just, you know, wanting to get into there. But it was a wonderful story that they created for my character, and a wonderful arc. And, you know, it'll be nice to join the team down the road.
Yeah, I agree. One last.
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that because during the conversations about costume that came up, and it was very much the idea of, you know, how does a young boy see his teacher, who is kind of, you know, the ultimate force in his life and the only one that he has. And so Miss Paramel's costumes were very much a part of telling that story. She wears a lot of pink, a lot of, you know, Chanel inspired 50s, you know, outfits, and she's got, you know, the wonderful, you know, waves in her hair and, like, you know, bright lipstick, and she's very, very bright. And I think that kind of, you know, architecture behind the whole aesthetic is very much a representation of how, you know, a young boy sees, you know, or idolizes his teacher, who's, you know, very much a mother figure in his life.
Yeah. I think also, just with, speaking of costumes, it's the juxtaposition of these bright colors against this dark and gloomy world. You know, I think Kate, our costume designer, was fantastic with that. But, you know, just us wearing and representing that spark, that light, wherever we go, and how we tell it in our costumes, in our body, in our language.
Thank you so much.